is Tiana, and I'm a scientist with the after-school program Think Like a Scientist. And today I'm going to be showing you how to do an experiment called Magic Bottle. Air pressure, which is the force of the air around us. Air pressure does a lot of really cool things, one of them being differences in air pressure is what causes the wind to blow. And today we're going to be working with air pressure to do a little magic with a water bottle. The first thing that we'll need is a tub or a sink, somewhere that we can spill water without it making a mess. The next thing that we'll need is a disposable water bottle that is made of plastic and that has a nice cap on it. If it isn't full of water yet, you can fill it up with water. The final thing we'll need is 4 push pins. Make sure your water bottle is full of water and the cap is on tight. We're going to go ahead and start putting the push pins in the bottom near the side of the water bottle. Make sure you're careful when putting in the push pins since they are sharp. Go ahead and just stick them in. You're going to want to do this part over the sink since it will drip just a little bit as you put them in. Okay. Once you're done putting in the push pins, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. In the next part of the experiment, we will be removing the push pins. So you can go ahead and pause the video now and make a hypothesis as what you think will happen with the water when we remove the push pins. Now that you made your hypothesis, we can go ahead and remove the push pins. So even though there's holes in the water bottle, no water comes out. Why do you think that is? For the next part of the experiment, we'll be removing the cap of the water bottle to see if it makes any difference. Now go ahead and remove the cap. As you can see, once we remove the cap, the water starts spilling out. If we place it back on, it stops. Why does that happen? The answer is air pressure. When the cap is off, the air from above the bottle can get in. The pressure of that air forces the water out. But when we put the cap back on, the air can no longer get in, and there's nothing to push the water out. In the final part of the experiment, we're going to squeeze the water bottle and see what happens to the water. Go ahead and make your hypothesis now. Okay, now go ahead and give the water bottle a gentle squeeze. As you can see, when we squeeze it, the water starts coming out of the bottle. This time, the answer isn't air pressure. Since the cap is on, there's no air getting into the bottle. Instead, it's the pressure of your hand squeezing the water bottle that's forcing the water out. The last part of the experiment is just to clean up. You can either pour the rest of the water down the sink or use it to water any plants you might have, and then go ahead and take the water bottle and you can put it in the recycling. Make sure you use a towel to clean up any spills you may have made. What are some other things you could do with this experiment? You could try the experiment again with more holes or putting the holes in different locations on the bottle. You could try this again using a different liquid instead of water, something like milk or juice. Or you could try making larger holes and see what happens. If you enjoyed Magic Bottle, have a good rest of your day.